What up, Dokkanners? The weekend is here, so we're going to be discussing the Supreme Weekend Summon because there's some very important details you need to know about, because if you don't follow through in this video, you may miss out on some really great summons. So make sure you guys pay attention because there's some important details we need to discuss. So let's just jump in, take a look at this. We're going to read the fine print. The Supreme Weekend Summon will be available from Fridays to Sundays at reset between the 14th and the 30th. That we know. So that's 3 weekends. Actually, it's 2 weekends? Whatever. Perform the summons with the collected summon tickets. The featured SSRs for this banner include Ultimate Gohan, the Dokkan Festival, the Pseudo Dokkan Festival Nappa, and the Tech Raditz. One Supreme Weekend Summon ticket allows you to perform a single summon, and seven tickets allow you to perform a multi. During the event period, log in every day between Sunday and Friday to obtain 7 summon tickets as logins bonuses per week. You can also obtain another 7 summon tickets by completing the event missions that are only available from Fridays to Sundays during the event period. Meaning, during the week, every single day when you log in, you get a ticket, meaning you will have 7 by the time the weekend approaches. Then, when you do these missions on the weekend, clear a stage from quest or an event 3 times, you will get another 7, meaning by the end of the week, you will have 14 tickets allowing you to do 2 full multis. You need 7 tickets per multi for the weekend summons. So a maximum of 14 can be obtained per week. Now, here's the interesting part. This is what makes this a Supreme Weekend Summon. Before, it was just a regular Weekend Summon with no adjective in front of it. Now it's Supreme. This is why. Don't miss out on the once per week step-up summon that consists of 2 steps. In step 1, you can recruit 7 characters by performing a regular multi-summon. There's nothing special to it, just a regular multi-summon where you can get 7 SRs or higher. Just your typical multi-summon for a weekend. By performing another multi-summon in step 2, you can recruit 7 characters, with one of them being guaranteed to be a featured SSR. That's the caveat. So in order to get this message on your summon screen, you have to perform 1 multi already. Now, shout out to Nag on Twitter, who sort of brought this to my attention. This sort of just summarizes what some of you guys might be dealing with as Dokkan players, because who's going to read this, especially considering the fact that we know how weekend ticket summons work? Some people might not necessarily read this, and they might be confused if they're seeing different things on the screen. Notice how on this example, it says 7 SR or higher characters. Here, it says 1 guaranteed featured SSR. So the reason for that is because you have to do your first step. Once you do, this message will change. And that's the point. Now, you have to pay attention here because this is the important part. Notice how after you perform 1 round of step-ups, the summon event will no longer be displayed on the summon page in that particular week. This is very important because this goes directly against the whole philosophy of regular weekend summon tickets. Because before, we would stockpile all of our weekend summon tickets until whatever banner shows up that has a favorable lineup of featured SSRs, and then we would use all of our tickets to summon. I think 2 weekend summons ago, they featured a new SSR, well, not a new one, but a returning SSR, Super Saiyan Goku, that was not in the general pool of summons for quite some time, but since it was available and featured as a guarantee or a free weekend summon, a lot of people jumped at the chance to summon. And that's what I did, which is why I don't have very many weekend ticket summons left over. But now you can't do that, because if you do, you can only do the 1 step-up cycle and then you're done. So after, let's just say, for example, you waited until the final weekend, right? So you're going to have 42 tickets, 14 times 3. Normal weekend summon interval is 3 weekends. So let's just say you have all 42. This is the final day of weekend summons. You do the first 2 summons. First one gives you 7 SR characters or higher. Second one gives you the guaranteed featured SSR. Then the banner's gone, or at least this part is gone. You can no longer do a multi. You will only be able to do singles, which means you will have 28 tickets left over to use for singles. And if you're thinking you could save it for the next Supreme Weekend Summon block, that's not going to happen because, again, like it says in the fine print, they will only display it once per week. Now, I wasn't exactly sure about this myself, so I asked a couple Dokkan data mining brain trust folks, and they also said the same thing. So everyone is of the same mindset that this is likely to be a once per weekend sort of thing, and that makes sense because they're trying to redefine what it means to get a free weekend summon. Some of you just don't use it. Some of you do. Now they've come to a compromise where both sides will come to this meeting ground, this common ground where it is worth summoning every single weekend. So make sure you guys do each of your summons as soon as you get them each and every weekend. The step up summon will reset every week, meaning if you do one of the 2 steps, it will not cross over into the next weekend. It will just reset and go back to step 1. So you have to finish both steps each week, which means you got to log in every single day. You got to do the missions every single weekend so that you can do these multis every single time that they show up. Step up will reset. You can perform up to 3 rounds of step up summons during the event period. So this is what confused me, because I thought that this meant that you could do all 3 step up rounds on the final weekend, but no, this just means that you can do it totally 3 times during the event block, but you still got to do the 1 step up each weekend. Otherwise it won't transfer over. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully I have repeated myself enough to get the message across. Everybody who's watching this video, or if you haven't told a friend, talk to your friend, tell them you have to do your weekend ticket summons the weekend that they're able to be done, because otherwise you are going to be out of luck. So that being said, my voice just crooked. Let's go ahead and do these summons here. Actually, let me turn on the volume here. So out of these 3, actually, let's look at this. We got Saiyan Vegeta, and we got the regular Vegeta. We got Goku, Kid Icarus. Yeah, nobody here I really care about. I guess if anything, I want the Nappa, so I'll go ahead and do some crack right here. All right, and I don't know why the audio is not working, but thank you for that. So now let's do some summons. So the first one, SRs or higher. Let's do it. No guaranteed mechanic here. Let's see what we get. Oh, there's the sound. All right, so we got no combo there. That's okay. You also have a chance to get the LRs, so there's always a chance for that. So on top of the guaranteed featured SSR, there's always a chance you could pull the unfeatured LRs, which would actually be pretty cool. For the sake of this video, I hope I can pull an LR. I'm not expecting it though. But we're getting a bunch of SRs, so this is Baba Fuel. This is Super Attack Boosting Fuel, depending on... Ooh, Frost, yes. I will need that. There is a Frost that JP received recently that I can use that for. All right, so we got nothing. So this is the typical weekend summon experience, right? You don't really get anything, you just get a bunch of SRs, nobody cares. But now notice how the text at the top has changed. 1 featured SSR is now guaranteed per multi, but you only get 1, because again, this is free. It would be pretty broken if a free set of summons were giving you guaranteed featured SSRs for 20 multis, right? So that's why this is called Supreme, and that's why they're not allowing you to do this more than once each weekend. So now let's do it, and we are getting a guaranteed featured SSR. Let's see what we get. All right, still no combo. We're still gonna get something. Super Saiyan 3? Super Saiyan God? No. Okay. Crack? Nothing. All right. That is not even part of the summon. We just got an extra SSR. All right, I'll take it. I will take that. Guaranteed featured SSR will be at the end. This is number 4. This is number 5. This is number 6. Wow. And there's number 7. I got 3 SSRs on a weekend summon. I will take that. I could actually use all of these for chain battle stuff. So there you have it. I got a featured SSR. It was Vegeta. And now it's gone. See? It is gone. Now, if I still had some tickets left over, I think the banner would have still remained, but you wouldn't have seen the multi-summon option on the right. You would only see the single summon on the left. So notice how it's gone. And that's how it's going to be. So hopefully you guys are able to, excuse me. Hopefully you guys are able to do those weekend summons with no problem. Hopefully you guys are able to get some good stuff. Maybe one of you guys can come across an LR. And man, my voice is dying. Oh. All right, I'm gonna go, guys. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments what summons you got on your Supreme weekend ticket summons. Do you think this marks the end of the regular weekend summon ticket, or do you think that there's a chance it can come back? Let me know your thoughts and your results in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let you know when I see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly. What happened to my voice?